Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. Originally, I was going to do a really awesome package opening, and this is really awesome because it's a pricey one. However, after I got a recent comment, I said, you know what, this is a topic that I really think is worth talking about. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today, along with a few other minor topics that I'll tell you guys about in a quick minute. The main topic is based off a comment that I had recently received, and I think it's a valid comment. I just don't really think that people have really thought out what Donald Trump can do. Basically, the comment came up, if Trump wins and the economy gets better, precious metals will go down. So there's a couple things that we're going to talk about with this comment. I think it's a great comment. I think it's a little bit inaccurate only because with an economy getting better, do you think more industrial demands for precious metals will go up, or do you think they'll go down? If the economy tanks, a lot of times people are going to want precious metals as a safe haven. But if an economy is booming, they're going to need precious metals, especially silver, because you got solar panels, you got electric cars, you got cell phones, computers, tech boards, everything going on. But we're going to get into that comment in just a minute. And we're also going to touch up on a few other things. If you guys enjoy this video, please take a quick minute, hit the thumbs up button, help me out, leave me a comment, let me know if there's something you want to see a video on. I really try to cater to you guys. If there's something you want to see, I try to do videos on it. I also want to talk a little bit about gold and silver in the news and commentary. I also want to talk about how investing in precious metals, I believe, changed my life. I think it's important. And will silver prices go up? We're seeing great resistance right now where it's at. I said in yesterday's video that I expected right around the 28.50, 28.75 range to be a pullback at that point. And we're kind of struggling right now. We're struggling to see the price come down anymore. I know some people think that the price could keep coming down, and some people are stacking a little bit more, including myself, because I think I don't want to miss this pullback. I'm probably going to be broke by the end of this month. Literally, for the next 60 days, I'm going to be eating ramen noodles because I'm overspending right now. And that's okay, because in this video, I'm going to explain a little bit more about why I think it's important to stack now harder than ever. It's not financial advice. It's up to you guys what you guys think and make your own decisions. But I always tell people, you should at least hear out people's opinions and then make your own opinion. So if you disagree with anything I'm saying, put a comment in, because I want to hear your opinion. I really do, because it could change my decision. And I mean, my mind's not 100% made up all the time. I'm open to other people's thoughts. So with that being said, let's jump into today's topic. Please take a quick minute, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and let's jump in. Okay, so the comment that I had gotten, like I said, if Trump wins and the economy gets better, precious metals will go down. So here's the first thing. I strongly believe that Trump is going to win. I'm not really putting my political opinion out there. I just think basically everything that has happened recently, I think people are just tired of it. They're tired of what's going on. They're tired of basically all the problems that Trump is pretty well jumping on. And I think it will make a difference. Do I think he can single-handedly repair everything? No, I don't. I think the amount of inflation that we are seeing now is just the beginning of all the money that we've printed up. I'm not going to say just over the last 4 years. I'm going to say even for a while now, we've been printing money. And I don't think that there's any real easy way to suck all that money back up. The only thing that might be able to be done is if they can find a way to suck all this money up out of the system and destroy it. But who's going to take the hit on that? Where's that money going to come from? I can't see what Trump can do. Do I think Trump can handle some problems? Yes. I think that some stuff, I think he'll settle, put a little bit more peace out there around the world, whether that's by fear or whether that's by negotiations. I think we will see a lot of stuff settle down. But silver and gold is not just about, I'll say, the economy. Because the truth of the matter is, if the economy gets better, they're going to go right back to ramping up EV products, ramping up more newer cell phones, more newer technologies, more solar panels, and that is going to create more demand on silver. Now, I mean, looking back at what they did in the past, they've mass-produced money and pumped it into the system and then used short contracts to beat the price of everything, specifically silver and gold, down. But it doesn't take long before essentially that stuff just goes right back up. Because once that money gets into the system and starts running around, people are going to spend it. And they're going to start buying up stuff. I mean, think about it. If you had $1 million in your pocket, you'd probably go buy a little bit more silver. But you're not going to be the first one to have it. You know, the government gets it first, and then it trickles down, and then that's it. So I'm not 100% convinced that if Trump wins, that precious metals will go down. It's just my thoughts on it. Some people may disagree with that. It's not meant to be it's not meant to be an ugly if you disagree with that. But it is something that people need to consider. Now, moving on, what my thoughts are on precious metals. You know, precious metals have been continually going up. Since I've been invested in, I've seen silver as low as $15, technically $12, but I'm going to be real. Nobody was selling it at $12, $11, $12 when we had the whole cough. I couldn't find anybody selling it because I had plenty of money set aside and I would have bought it. In fact, I was going crazy months, I'll say weeks before the whole cough really ramped up. Once it got into Washington State, and we were seeing that it was here, I went to the grocery store and I started buying up everything I needed. Extra groceries, extra toilet paper, extra whatever I needed, because I was nervous. I wanted to bunker down and stay home. Some of you guys have been following the channel for a long time. Remember, I was streaming live every night. I was talking about the numbers, talking about the statistics, and we knew eventually it would pan out and go away. However, it was nerve-wracking at first. A lot of people were in fear, including myself. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to hang out with a lot of people that were around a lot of people. I remember my son, he ended up going to some sort of an event, and I was kind of really nervous about that at first. And then I told him, I said, you know, no offense, don't come to my house for the first 2 weeks, just in case. What happened with it? You know, eventually it blew over, and there's a lot to discuss about that now that we know what all happened. However, I'm not going to get too much into that because it's more about precious metals today. Now, moving on though, you know, how did it change my life? Well, you know, before I used to spend money rapidly. I would always be buying something. It seemed like the first, I'll say from 18 to 28, I didn't really have a ton to show for my money. Yes, I invested a little bit in the stock market and got extremely lucky. I remember when 2000 came around and we had the dot-com bubble. I remember selling all my dot-com stocks. That way I could buy my first house. But that was a little bit of luck. And, you know, now I look at it and I'm not dealing with luck when I buy precious metals. It's inevitable, in my personal opinion, that precious metals are going to keep going up. Will we see pullbacks? Yeah, we'll see pullbacks. I mean, right now, silver went up to $32.50, but now it's down to $28.75, and it will have a big jump back up. And here's the thing, when it jumps back up, I don't think we're going to see it just go right to back up to $32. I think we're going to see it go all the way up, you know, $35. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I know some people will say, man, that's pretty pretty ambitious if you think that, It may be, but I think it's inevitable that more and more countries are trying to take advantage of gold and silver. They're trying to buy it up. And for that reason, I mean, it only makes sense that it's going to keep going up. There's people, new stackers are getting in. I see the comments all the time. Hey, I wish I had gotten started stacking sooner. It's so expensive now. And you know what? It seemed expensive to us back then. When it was $20 and it broke over that 20, there were a lot of people saying it's expensive. I actually remember staying up late one night. I was live streaming and I was waiting for a dip under $20. And I said, I won't buy. I refused to buy. I got down to like $20.01. And I said, I'm not buying. And then the next morning I woke up and it was $20.80. And I was like, man, what the heck? Maybe it will dip down. Then it went to 21.50. And it just kept slowly going up ever since. And I've never seen it go under 20 ever again. And I think that right now we're in about that same area. A lot of people are seeing it slightly dip under 30. And people are saying, oh, I want to buy under 30. Anything under 30 I'm happy with. And I would be happy with anything under 30 right now too. However, it's going to probably keep creeping up. And as it keeps moving up little by little, we're getting desensitized to the higher prices. I mean, think about it. $2,400 gold. I mean, now more and more people are buying gold at $2,400. If it had jumped to $2,400 right off the bat and then instantly, well, people are scared to buy because they think, oh, it might just come back down. But here's the thing. It's already came up over 24 a couple times. Now it's having a hard time going back under. We've seen it dip under down to like 23.80. And then what happened? We saw a big spike back up to a new all-time high. We're seeing the higher highs and the higher lows, and that's building a trend. And that trend, I believe, is what's going to take gold and silver both higher because of the desensitizing to the prices. Same with silver, So, I mean, it's something to think about. And a lot of people have that belief that, we could see a pullback. Have we seen major pullbacks? Yeah, we saw it go up to 30 almost 30 for the first time, 29.80, and then it came back down to 22. But here's another thing to think about. During the summer, precious metals prices should be even lower. Well, we're not exactly low, and it's summertime. What do you think is going to happen when winter comes and the winter festivals start and countries like China, India start having all their big festivals? Well, then they're going to be buying up gold and silver because they recognize the value. That's like the perfect gift in most countries. Here, we want dumb stuff like, I don't know, light bulbs or whatever the case may be that people are buying. That's kind of a cool item. I still got this box sitting on my desk. Where's this going to be in a year from now? When the light bulb burns out and the coolness of, oh, I want to be able to set the mood in my house. I want to go to like red, pinkish lights. Oh, that's cool. Maybe around the holidays, push it over to green or blue. It's a fad. This stuff is going to be in a landfill somewhere, realistically, in 20 years. In 2 years. But gold and silver is going to be here to stay. And that's one of the reasons why they do that. They hand down gifts. I was talking to a friend of mine. He's big into stocks and cryptos. And his wife is not from the U.S. His wife is actually from the Middle East. And he was telling me that, she believes in gold and silver. She thinks, that's something that it's wealth. They do a lot of jewelry. They always get jewelry. And I've heard it before, not just from him. We know that that's what the gifts are in countries during the wedding festivals and stuff like that. So it only makes sense the price will continue to go higher. And if you're stacking, you're going to do okay. And right now, silver and gold, it's looking good in my opinion. It's a great buying opportunity. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't care if you buy, if you don't buy. It's not going to bother me, except it's a good feeling when people start watching stuff like this and then they start stacking, and then before you know it, they're buying. And not only are they buying, but they're understanding that the price is going up. I talk to people that bet big at 22, bet big at 25, and now it's even higher. I mean, let me know in the comments, what did you start buying in at? And what's the price now? Gold right now is sitting at $2,395, which is pretty good. We're only talking $65 away from its all-time high. Silver right now is sitting at $29, which, yes, is $3.50 away from its all-time high, $3.40. But that's okay because it's a buying opportunity. You look at a lot of other stuff, when stuff is at an all-time high, that's kind of when I want to stay away from it. I mean, Bitcoin, we're not super far from the 75,000 that it worked its way up to. We're about 10 grand off. We've got stock markets essentially at all-time highs. Stuff can flip in a minute. And I know some people will say, well, when it flips, gold and silver will come down because people will sell it to cover their short positions. And that's usually true, but the type that they're selling is usually paper. And if they sell the paper, I mean, in reality, it's not physical. And for people that don't understand the difference between paper silver and physical silver, well, there's 400 paper ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of physical. So if everybody tomorrow said, I don't want paper, I want to convert my paper into real silver, they're not getting it. It would drive the price up. And I mean, on top of that, we are running a deficit right now. We are using up more silver every year than we have. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say than we have. Than we're mining. I got to be clear on that because some people don't understand what that means. What that means is if we mine, I'm going to use small numbers for everybody. Let's say we mine 20 ounces a year. I'm using small numbers for people just to make it easy. And there is a surplus of 100 ounces, and we're burning 30 or 40 ounces every year. I mean, that's bringing that surplus down a little lower each year. And that's where we're at. So are we running out tomorrow? No, we're not going to run out tomorrow. Otherwise, the price would skyrocket. But it will come a day where at the rate we are going, if we don't either stop using silver, adjust the price higher, or find a way to get more of it, mine more of it. And, we're running out of good spots to really start mining easy. It's going to get more expensive to mine, not to mention labor's going up, prices of oil and gas is going up, which means it's going to cost more to mine it. Machinery to mine it is getting more expensive, and it's just a vicious cycle. So with that being said, we're going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure and watch tomorrow's video because, like I said, we got an amazing package opening, and it is gold. So people that like gold, I get told all the time, you don't buy enough gold. I have some gold put away. What you see there, the three little coins, that's not everything I got. It's just the stuff that I haven't gotten moved yet. So with that being said, we're going to wrap up today's video. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great week. Bye-bye.